are the home for several hundreds of people, wildlife, and so much more.
Whole country is watching today. A politician can rape a minor, kill the minor's father, and get away. I think it's a terrible precedent being set. The problem in our country is we believe that public memory is short. But here on Republic, we are here to remind both the politicians as well as the judiciary of their responsibility to the people of India. Republic is with the people. Republic is with the public.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा और मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
We are willing to put an end to this conflict via peaceful means based on the principles that I outlined in July last year when I spoke at the Foreign Ministry of Russia.
Putin squarely blamed Kyiv for the failure of peace negotiations, accusing Ukraine's leadership of refusing dialogue.
Statements from Zelensky that he is not prepared to discuss territory issues. At the moment, we don't see their readiness. I would like to remind where it all began.
Rejecting allegations against Russia, Putin claimed Moscow did not start the war. Putin blamed
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 this Monday evening with me, Arnab. Over the next half an hour, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take you through those 6 stories which have dominated the headlines today. So here we go. Up first, the big headline of the day. The Aravalli order passed by the Supreme Court stayed by the top court itself. It's a massive impact of the Republic campaign. We'll get you all the details on that. Second, the other big headline of the day. The Apex Court stays the Delhi High Court's decision to suspend the life sentence of rape convict Kuldeep Singh Sengar in the 2007 Unnao rape case. Another big Republic campaign impact. Third, I am an Indian. These were the words spoken by 24-year-old Angel Chakma while being racially attacked. Central question in the story now being who let the prime accused in the case flee to Nepal. Next, a revisit to the Deepam row in Tamil Nadu and what is it that Madras High Court Judge Justice Swaminathan has to say about lighting the lamp weeks after Republic TV reported on it. And then we take a look at Maharashtra and how the Pawars have come a full circle with Sharad and Ajit Pawar joining hands for the local body elections. What does this mean for the state? We'll tell you all about that. And finally, a horrifying case of an assault on a migrant worker in Tamil Nadu. The entire sequence caught on tape. With that, let's get started. And on to our first story of the day, ladies and gentlemen. After days of relentless reporting, ground-level investigations and uncompromising questions raised by Republic TV and Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami on the Save Aravalli campaign, the Supreme Court of India has now stayed its own earlier judgment. From illegal mining blasts tearing through protected land to villagers risking everything to defend their homes, Republic TV brought the truth to the forefront. Our reporters travelled across multiple locations, across multiple states, confronted the authorities, exposed land encroachments and challenged those in power to prove us wrong. This is not just a legal pause, it is a public statement, a signal that the fight to save the Aravallis is real and it is being heard.
Relentless, unyielding, and finally effective. After days of sustained spotlight for Republic's Aravalli campaign, the Supreme Court has now put a stay on its own earlier order.
This is the condition of Aravalli Hills, and this is just one small section of this 2.5 billion years old mountain range. And this has been way before this new decision. So if this was the condition of Aravalli, we don't know, or we can just only estimate what is going to be the condition of the 90% of the range which has not qualified in the newly accepted definition by the Supreme Court. We just now felt this entire mountain shiver because there are blasts going on. As we were telling you, usually for the limestone mining, the acceptable range of the blast is around 1 meter. And that won't be so harsh that we could feel this entire mountain feel shake.
For 15 days, Republic's Save Aravalli campaign ignited passion and raised voices, both on the ground and online.
A decision which unfortunately, or rather should I say fortunately, even the former Chief Justice of India, Justice Gawai, who is the author of that report, could not, in my view, convincingly argue for when he came on a 20-minute interview with me a few days back. Now, we don't do only interviews. We don't do only studio journalism. We and our resources and our journalistic teams, our reporters, our camera persons, and our investigation team have done a 10-day multi-location ground investigation into rampant and brazen illegal mining in the Aravalli region. Our reporters have gone from village to village, mine to mine, district to district. We've been to Pawana Ahir, to Kotputli, to Alwar, to Lalawandi, to Sikar. We are documenting what the government said is not happening. We are documenting what authorities say is wrong. And I can challenge the government, I can challenge the authorities to prove us wrong.
The interview that turned the tide, former CGI Gawai, who inked the Aravalli judgment, spoke to Arnab, a turning point.
I would like to begin by saying this, Justice Gawai, that I have a fundamental disagreement with your judgment, which as a citizen of India, I'm entitled to have. The Aravallis stood for 2 billion years. The judgment that has redefined them was delivered 3 days before your retirement. What was the hurry, Justice Gawai? The judgment was delivered on 20th November and you retired on 23rd November. What was the tearing hurry?
Republic batted for court intervention, asking for the Supreme Court to reconsider the definition change.
For anyone to come out and say right now that we have the right to do something. I want to tell the courts, I want to tell the government, just because you have the right to do something does not mean you end up doing something, regardless of political or public backlash, which goes against national interest. I'd like to tell the government once again that in national interest, in public interest, revisit your own positions. Do not use this trapdoor logic that we managed to get the government to agree with our positions. And hence, we'll shoot off the shoulders of the Supreme Court to whatever we want. To the Supreme Court, I would say that empathy and conscience are extremely important. This whole attempt to create this central illusion that we will not allow mining doesn't make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, the new definition of the Aravallis is a de facto mining enabler. A de facto mining enabler. This is going to destroy the Aravallis, it's going to destroy the ecology forever, in a manner the government and future governments will not be able to change.
Republic TV exposed illegal mining, land encroachment, and construction violations that continue to tear through the Aravalli mountain range.
Right now, I'm standing in Pindwara district's Bharja village because there's a reason. All the villagers have been protesting since last 2 to 3 months against the project that has been signed by the state of Rajasthan with a mining company. You can see the area through our visuals. The entire area, around 800 hectares, will be given to a mining company. The project is set to start, and lot of houses in around 4 villages are going to go in this project.
The biggest winners today are the locals who refuse to back down against illegal mining. For months, locals raised their voices that often was unheard, often ignored.
हमारे परिवार में तो 4-5 है मनकस मैडम बच्चा गुजर गया हमारा डोकरा हम दिया वो मजदूरी करके हमारा पेट भरवाता है बड़ा मुश्किल थी एक तो सरकार से घर आई है नेक पतरा वाला हमारा मेहनत से बनाई है 2 घर है।
आप कह रही हैं कि मेहनत से घर बनाया और आपको यहीं रहना है?
हाँ यहीं रहना है हमारा कहीं नहीं जाना हम मर जाएंगे पर हम कहीं नहीं जाएंगे बस यहीं रहेंगे।
And the clincher, this sequence of a mining baron offering a bribe to the Republic reporter, all caught on camera.
नहीं सर
बड़े भाई के नाते जो है ना आप आइए
मैं सब
क्या बताओ कुछ नहीं छोटा सा उपहार है या आपके
नहीं सर
अरे ये क्या
नहीं सर बिल्कुल मैं समझ रही हूँ आप मैं सिर्फ आपसे जानकारी लेने
नहीं वो आपकी बहुत बड़ी है मेरे से मैंने ये भी आपसे निवेदन किया कि कभी भी आपको मेरे सिस्टम से संबंधित किसी भी प्रकार के आप जानकारी चाहिए तो आप कभी भी 24 घंटे मुझे आप कॉल कर सकती हो मैं जो भी उपलब्ध होगा आपको जानकारी लेकिन ये आपको आपका ट्रैवलिंग में देखो आपके बहुत खर्चे हो रहे हैं
सर मैं समझ रही हूँ और फिर मुझे वो मिलता है।
Relentless questions, unshakable facts, and voices that refuse to be silenced. The Aravallis fought back. The people have won.
Viewers, now the Supreme Court, in a major development in the Unnao rape case, heard the CBI's plea today, challenging the Delhi High Court order granting conditional bail to ex-BJP MLA and rape convict Kuldeep Singh Sengar. And it decided to stay the Delhi High Court's order, thereby ensuring Sengar to not be released. This day marks justice served to the survivor, and it is a big and direct impact of Republic, a significant outcome of sustained public pressure and relentless media scrutiny. For it was us, it was Republic TV and our editor-in-chief, Arnab Goswami, who started the movement of Don't Release Sengar.
It's a big Republic impact. Rape convict and ex-BJP MLA Sengar will not be out of jail. This is as the Supreme Court heard the Central Bureau of Investigation's plea filed in a special leave petition challenging the High Court's decision to suspend Sengar's life sentence. A packed courtroom awaited the much-anticipated hearing today. The Supreme Court stayed the Delhi High Court's order, thereby ensuring that Unnao rape case accused Kuldeep Sengar does not leave prison and granting much-awaited justice to the rape survivor and her family. The Delhi High Court order, which granted bail to accused Sengar, had garnered much flack, with in fact the survivor and the women's rights activists taking to the streets in protests.
ओनली से सत्यमेव जयते और ये होना ही था, पर हमें सड़कों पे उतरना पड़ा, ये बहुत दुर्भाग्य है, पर ये हुआ है, ये अपने आप में बड़ी बात है, बड़ी खबर है और ये बहुत हमारे लिए एक साइन ऑफ होप है एज वुमेन, both of us and all of us, and it's a victory for her and it's a message to all the rapists, no matter how powerful you are, if you do this, you'll see the gallows.
What next after 4 weeks?
We will speak to the lawyers, technically discuss, and then we'll take the next course of action.
In fact, a day before the Supreme Court was to hear this SLP against the bail granted to the accused, New Delhi's Jantar Mantar witnessed intense protests as demonstrators demanded justice and raised concerns over the consequent safety of the survivor.
This is a huge relief for the Unnao rape survivor, but she has said that she will continue to fight incessantly for making sure that Sengar does not come out of the jail and that she gets justice. And definitely it is also a huge relief on the front that when if Sengar would have been this would have been continued, then we have seen that already there's a lot of protests which have been breaking out here. Even one broke outside the Supreme Court when the proceedings were going on inside.
मैं खुश हूँ, मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे भरोसा है, रहेगा। अभी मेरी लड़ाई तो बाकी है, अभी तो उसको फांसी तक लेके जाना है, तभी तो मेरे पिताजी को और हमें इंसाफ मिलेगा। एक इज्जत, उन्होंने इज्जत में एक लड़की के साथ रेप किया, हमारे साथ रेप किया, तभी तो हमें इंसाफ है जब उसको फांसी होगी। जैसे मेरी निर्भया बहन को फांसी दी गई, उनके दोषियों को, वैसे हमारे भी दोषियों को फांसी दी जाए। मेरी आगे की तैयारी, मेरी आगे की लड़ाई भी बाकी, मैं लड़ाई संघर्ष कर रही हूँ, संघर्ष मेरा जारी रहेगा।
This decision offers a decisive answer to the crucial question that has plagued the nation. That is, whether justice would finally prevail, as the Unnao rape survivor and her supporters awaited today's hearing with hope pinned on the apex court.
Viewers, in the latest development in the racial murder of 24-year-old Angel Chakma in Dehradun, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has now personally spoken to the victim's father, assuring strict action and quick justice. So far, 5 accused have been arrested in the case, while the main accused has fled to Nepal. He remains at large. Ministers across the country have expressed deep grief over the horrendous death of Angel Chakma, the racial attack that was bestowed upon him, and how he lost his battle, 17-day battle in hospital.
The racial murder of a 24-year-old MBA student, Angel Chakma from Tripura, has sent shockwaves across the country, raising serious concerns over safety and hate crimes. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami spoke to Angel's father, Tarun Prasad Chakma, expressing grief and assuring that justice will be delivered.
जो भी लोग इसके दोषी हैं उनको हम लोग कड़ी से कड़ी सजा दिलाएंगे यहाँ।
The state government says the case is being treated with utmost seriousness.
तो हम इसमें पूरी कार्रवाई करवाएंगे। आप बिल्कुल मतलब इस बात के लिए तो कोई आपको नहीं करना, जो भी कठोर से कठोर कार्रवाई होगी वो होगी, और हम लोग पूरे परिवार के साथ हैं, हर तरीके से आपके साथ हैं, इससे दुख की घड़ी में हर तरीके से हैं।
5 accused have been arrested so far. 2 of them are minors and have been sent to a juvenile correctional facility. A reward of rupees 25,000 has been announced for the main accused, who is still absconding. A police team has also been sent to Nepal to track him down.
एक कोई नेपाल का था, शायद वो नेपाल भागा हुआ है, कहाँ है, तो उसके ऊपर इनाम यहाँ घोषित हमने कर दिया है, और उसको पकड़ने के लिए भी टीम वहाँ पर भेज दी गई है पुलिस की ना।
The incident occurred on December 9th, when the accused allegedly passed derogatory remarks at Angel and his brother. When Angel's brother protested, the intoxicated accused attacked both of them. Angel's brother was struck on the head with a metal bangle, while Angel was stabbed multiple times in the neck and stomach. Angel fought for his life for several weeks before succumbing to his injuries on December 26th. Political leaders across the country condemned the killing and demanded accountability. Rahul Gandhi expressed grief over Angel Chakma's killing, blaming what he called the normalization of irresponsible and divisive narratives. AIMIM chief Asauddin Owaisi termed the attack as highly condemnable, stressing that India's diversity must be respected. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma urged the Uttarakhand government to take strict and swift action. Chief Minister Manik Saha confirms that 5 accused have been arrested and assured that justice will be delivered as the investigation continues. With arrests made and assurances given, the nation now watches closely, waiting for justice to be fully delivered in the brutal killing of Angel Chakma.
Madras High Court Judge Justice G.R. Swaminathan has found himself at the centre of a fresh debate linked to the ongoing Deepam controversy in Tamil Nadu. Speaking at the Kamban festival in Tamil Nadu's Therazundur, the judge revealed that he was not permitted to light the ceremonial lamp at the event, a moment he said has left him disappointed. His remarks come in the backdrop of his earlier judicial order related to the lighting of the Kartigai Deepam at Thiruparangundram Hill, an issue that has sparked legal and political reactions due to the site's alleged religious sensitivity. More about this in this next story.
At the center of a raging legal and political storm in ongoing Deepam Row, Madras High Court Justice G.R. Swaminathan was blocked from lighting the lamp at the Kamban festival. While speaking at Kamban festival held in the Therazundur, Tamil Nadu, Justice Swaminathan revealed that he was not allowed to light the ceremonial lamp. The comments came during a book release event on Kamban, a celebrated medieval Tamil poet famous for Tamil retelling of the Hindu epic Ramayana. During the event, Madras High Court Justice G.R. Swaminathan made a remark: the day to light the lamp will arrive soon. This statement comes after his judgment on lighting the lamp on Thiruparangundram Hill was stopped. Justice Swaminathan's earlier order permitting the lighting of the Kartigai Deepam at the Deepathon on Thiruparangundram Hill sparked sharp controversy. Justice G.R. Swaminathan's comment have given a sensitive issue a whole new layer of meaning.
The judgment that he gave and the sentence that he made yesterday, telling that there will be a day soon where the lamp will be lit. And following this, on the 5th, we'll also be hearing to the case where Judge G.R. Swaminathan had summoned the Chief Secretariat and the ADGP of the state under the law and order issue, who had initially went against the orders of the judge, and also it is in contempt of the court. And after following 2 contempts of the court is when Judge G.R. Swaminathan will now be giving the verdict for this particular case, and the 2-bench judge would be following whether the Judge G.R. Swaminathan's initial order to light the lamp is either valid or not.
With matters now under scrutiny, the spotlight remains on how tradition, faith and the rule of law will be balanced in the days ahead.
And moving on, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar has announced the much anticipated alliance between the NCP and NCP-SCP led by his uncle Sharad Pawar for the upcoming Pimpri-Chindwad civic polls for 2 years after their split. This marks a full circle moment for Ajit Pawar, who rebelled against Sharad Pawar in July 2023 to join the BJP-led Mahayuti alliance in the state, only to reunite the family for the local body elections. A major political churn ahead of the elections. This also comes as just a day earlier, Rohit Pawar was seen in a car driving to the airport with Ajit Pawar seated beside him en route to an event in the state of Maharashtra. What does this reunion essentially mean for the Maharashtra state? Take a look.
More than 2 years after they went their separate ways, Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar-led factions of the Nationalist Congress Party are now joining hands. This family reunion of uncle and nephew comes as they now jointly face the Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation elections. This announcement was made by Ajit Pawar campaigning at Talavade yesterday, as he said that the clock and the trumpet have come together for the sake of the upcoming polls, and that with this the family will reunite again.
तिथेही अडचण नाही. साधारण पिंपरी चिंचवडमध्ये उमेदवारी लढवत असताना त्यामध्ये राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्ष म्हणजे घड्याळ आणि तुतारी हे एकत्रपणे निवडणुकीला सामोरं जात आहे. त्याच्यामुळं हा परिवार पुन्हा एकत्र येण्याचं काम होत आहे. बऱ्याच जणांच्या मनामध्ये तशा पद्धतीने.
With this, Pimpri Chinchwad would also be the first civic body in Maharashtra where the divided party has formally decided to fight together after the split. All eyes are now on Pimpri Chinchwad, awaiting more such alliances and political break-offs potentially, as this civic election remains slated for the 15th of January 2026.
And that's all that we had for you in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. But do stay on with us. On the other side, more news and updates. My colleague Abhishek Kapoor. Thanks for watching.
We don't do only interviews. We don't do only studio journalism. Our reporters, our camera persons, and our investigation team have done a 10-day multi-location ground investigation into rampant and brazen illegal mining in the Aravalli region. So when I say that if you give these people an opportunity, they will flatten the Aravallis to the ground, I'm not making it. When the review petition comes, they should see this. They should see what happens and take immediate action and stay the decision. Justice Gavai, may I ask you, how can you pass that comment to me on my program that I have made my judgments on the issue without having gone through the judgment? No, I don't think you can pass a comment like that on my observations, sir. I take offense to that. In paragraph 30 of your judgment, it notes that the amicus curiae had stated in his submission, quote, if the definition as recommended by the committee is accepted, all the hills below the height of 100 meters would be opened up for mining, and as a result, the Aravalli hills and the ranges would lose their continuity and integrity. It would totally endanger the environment and ecology of the mountains.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार. MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार.
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर मसाला. केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे. केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला. सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप.
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला. डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे.
We just now felt this entire mountain shiver because there are blasts going on. As we were telling you, usually for the limestone mining, the acceptable range of the blast is around 1 meter. And that won't be so harsh that we could feel this entire mountain, feel shake. Yes, definitely. And the kind of, because for cement mining, they need a blast of something around 50 meters or 60 meters, and when that happens, we were not able to show you, but because that is very frequent between 2 to 3 p.m. we'll try to get that on camera for you guys. But while I was speaking to you, I could feel this mountain shake. So that is the range, and all of this is illegal, Shivam. All of this, the range of those blasts which is used in those mining, the kind of trucks that you see on the other end, which are carrying those residual pebbles, those are also also they are not legally allowed to sell those, but they're not only doing illegal work, they're also making double profit out of whatever is left here. They're making profit illegally out of the Aravalli Hills, the lungs of the Delhi NCR, the home for several hundreds of people, wildlife, and so much more. As we know that recently the Supreme Court has accepted the new definition of the Aravalli range, where any mountain which is under the height of 100 meters will not be considered as a part of Aravalli range. Now, what will be the repercussions of it? Any mountain which is not considered a part of Aravalli range will be open to construction, will be open to mining, and this Aravalli range, which is more than 2.5 billion years old, also the lungs of the Delhi NCR, protects Delhi NCR from heat wave, from dust, and from letting the situation get even worse, which already is in Delhi NCR with the pollution. We are showing you something which spans
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी। अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सबको मजेदार बने।
We are willing to put an end to this conflict via peaceful means based on the principles that I outlined in July last year when I spoke at the Foreign Ministry of Russia.
Putin squarely blamed Kyiv for the failure of peace negotiations, accusing Ukraine's leadership of refusing dialogue.
Statements from Zelensky that he is not prepared to discuss territory issues. At the moment, we don't see their readiness. I would like to remind where it all began.
Rejecting allegations against Russia, Putin claimed Moscow did not start the war. Putin blames roots of Ukraine conflict lie in 2014 anti-constitutional coup.
We did not start this war. This war began as a result of the anti-constitutional military coup in 2014 and then commencement of the military action against...
Welcome back. It's a day of double impacts for your network as we literally move mountains, getting to you relief with our campaign from the Supreme Court on the Aravalli Hills. And that's our focus this prime time. Let's begin with the headlines. Two campaigns initiated by Republic for Sengar and Aravalli order, both now stayed by the top court. Supreme Court keeps in abeyance its Aravalli Hills judgment to set up a fresh experts committee. Supreme Court also stays Delhi High Court order granting bail to Kuldeep Sengar in the Unnao rape case. A focus moves to licenses issued post SC decision in November 2025. Sources say 50 plus new licenses in the Aravalli region between December 2 to 18. Impact of Republic gives more power to the people. Arnab debates two big judgments in super prime time today. All right, let's begin this with the breaking news development coming in connection with the Angel Chakma lynching that took place in Uttarakhand. The Tripura boy, a student in Uttarakhand who was killed. And now it seems a PIL is being filed in the Supreme Court in the case of the death or the killing of this MBA student from Tripura in what is alleged to be